Hello and welcome to the back nine of round one of the U.S. Women's Disc Golf Championships presented by the PDGA. This is our first major of the year. I'm Erika Stinchcomb.
I'm Madison Walker. We are your two hot geese.
Honk.
Honk.
First major of the year, 6 months or less than the last time we had this very same major, kind of interesting, at a brand new course, Sprinkle Valley in Austin. Really fun, really challenging course. We're seeing a large variety of scores and shots out there.
Yeah, the front nine is heavily wooded and the rough is absolutely rough. One thing about this course that makes it very interesting is the Texas size mulch all the way down all the fairways. It makes for some interesting ground play. Looks like to be in the top 15, you got to be under par right now, but just barely. We had Owen call it at a 13 down would be the hot round for the weekend. But
I mean, Missy's on pace, 7 down through 9.
That's true, but there's no way. I just feel like Owen is exaggerating in a beautiful way.
In a beautiful way. I mean, she did just win by record-breaking numbers.
That's true.
Hole 10 is one of the few, I think, must-get birdies out here. It's a par 3, 290 downhill. I think calls for a sidearm, but backhand can work more than some of these sidearm heavy lines. This is right by hole 1. There's lots of people watching. There's like some traffic. There's like almost the same hole 1 nerves you get, but maybe not if you're Evelina. Love that. Looks like a slow speed disc. Absolutely parked for another birdie. She moves to 3 down. I am surprised not to see Hailey go forehand. Hers is probably too strong.
It is a fun backhand, though. I
Sure.
think a little backhand putter shot, you almost don't even have to try.
Hailey going to get caught up on the left. Kristin opting for the sidearm with her harp, pulls it. Not sure. I don't think she's too deep on that right side.
It can get brutal over there.
It can. Either side. Any of the sides of any of these fairways can get gnarly. Oh.
Tree direct. Almost hits the basket. Goes deep side. She'll have a circle's edge putt for birdie.
Kat, only 1 birdie on the round so far. Finding some trouble, not really hitting her lines clean, and that trend will continue, unfortunately, here. You're right, Matt. It does look like she's trying to take some off and control her shots, and
But she's
just
still
not quite there.
She's still doing that full big Cat Mertsch reach back that she does, and it just, you almost have to throw differently on these really tight wooded fairways.
Kristin, a little deeper in there than I expected. Respectable out.
Yep, crashes her way through to a putt. The one tree that gets in the way a surprising amount of places on the right side. Kristin trying to go underneath it, doesn't quite. Hailey coming up low as well.
Kat having to go sidearm here, not even a real putt, and she just chooses to lay up for another bogey. Gonna move to 5 up, which is not what you want. In my mind, 5 is kind of like, I don't know, that like not the worst you could, like that's more than 5 and you're like, boy, really had a rough day. Henna comes up short on her putt as well. Henna having a decent round. She's only missed a couple of putts, only 1 blemish on the scorecard, and a bit more open in the back. So we'll see if we can get some more birdies out here.
Only 20% of the field got hole 10. That's surprising.
Yeah, I would have guessed more as well. No one on our feature card able to get that one.
Missy holding strong at 7 down, now 2 strokes above next in line with Holland Hanley. Hole 11, another par 4 at 623. This is one of the longer par 4s. I love this tee shot. It's a very fun forehand. You can throw a backhand as well. Just something straight that finishes right at the very end. It doesn't have to go far right though, but the further right the better, because look at this tunnel you have. The drone flying through one of the ways to get to the basket, but if you want to go a little higher risk, you can carry that out of bounds line that goes all the way down the right-hand side outside of that tunnel of trees. Just make sure you come back in though and crash right in at circle 1.
Hailey going flippy Roadrunner, pulls it inside.
I can't believe she's not throwing sidearm there.
Yeah, I also am surprised. But this is another one where the sidearm will get you out of the gap and get you to a fairly decent spot, but the backhand is going to give you the easier birdie play. Like, look how far this is down towards the tunnel from Henna.
But Henna is an extreme example of a backhand.
Yeah, but
that is not where most people are going to be able to get.
But Hailey could get there too.
Maybe, but her forehand's so good. Like,
I know.
Look at this.
I know. I agree with you.
And
this is me heatedly agreeing with you.
And this is as far as Henna's backhand.
That's true. Most of the sidearms end up a little shorter and a little more right than Kristin's, and there's kind of one final little corner of trees that they tend to get caught up in. But you're absolutely right. Hailey has the power to get past it.
And it's an easier shot. Henna's backhand is so technical to get it to turn right at that, past that corner tree. God, it blows my mind. Most people with a backhand going to land in this area.
Mm-hmm. Man, Kat looking like she's really struggling now. It was just a little bit before, but now it looks like it's kind of in her head.
And she pitches out to where most drives land, ideally.
And this is still,
she can get up and down.
Close to 300.
It's about 3, a little less than that. A little more than that. And this is the only way I think really to get up and down, but it doesn't quite push far enough.
It just brings that luck into play. Like you're not picking a gap. You're hoping to swing in through these trees, which, don't get me wrong. This is my preferred play as well. That tunnel's really hard to line up correctly. And this works great if you find the gap like Kristin does.
If you get it the right distance, though, the most you're going to have is like a 20-footer. Totally. So that's nice.
Henna pulls it just a bit wide. She's going to come up short. I don't think she's even to circle 2.
No, boom, birdie out of play.
Hailey going big spiky hyzer on her 3rd. Was that a run? It sure looked like it.
It did. She's going to have some work to do to come back for the par. I think she was hoping for this to spike in, but this Texas mulch, you
never know.
Yeah, you can't do anything about it.
Except kick it around a little.
Mm-hmm. Try not to roll your ankle on it.
I don't even call it mulch. It's just a stick floor.
It really is. It's just a series of branches.
Mm-hmm. Man, 2 holes in a row. Kat just kind of forehand pitches up. Ouch. Hailey coming back for a birdie. Just
for a par.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, back for a par after that attempt from... oh, boy. Not great. We're just going to move on. I'm going to stop talking about it. Kat for bogey.
Nice. There were, it says 7 birdies on this one. Not many. This one I would be stoked to get. It takes 2 perfect 320-foot shots.
Yeah. With, pretty tight placement. Also, I know you didn't experience this, but a lot of the earlier cards, this was one of the first 3 card backups that I experienced on my card. And I know that a lot of the ladies in kind of those first couple of hours were dealing with like getting kind of iced on this tee pad from waiting so long.
A birdie from Kristin.
Yeah, easy birdie. Probably didn't talk about that enough. Dang.
Yeah, just a tap in. Kind of on the birdie bogey seesaw. On the green side of it right now, though. And she will join Henna Blomroos at 1 down for the round so far. Missy Gannon still holding tight. 7 down through 11, parring these difficult holes of the back 9.
Hole 12 is a par 3, 330 feet. No tricks, it would seem. Just kind of a straight shot, maybe a slight turnover. Classic mistake is hyzering out just a bit too early into that last corner on the left. There is OB deep. A lot of us aren't thinking about that. Own clearly going sidearm when it sure looks like a backhand.
Yeah, I even went to go throw a sidearm in this hole, and I was like, nope, it's not there. And here's Owen doing
Here
it,
it
though.
is. Owen 2 up on the round so far. A little ways from that 13 down she was talking about, but she can sure make putts. That was huge.
This is a little stepper.
She didn't even step. There, now she did. Kristin going backhand here with a grand grace. Pulls it. And she's going to be caught up in that kind of last corner I was talking about. Usually it's a turnover sidearm from over there. This looks pretty good.
Fades out a little. She'll be at circle's edge, but that's great. It's really difficult just to get out of this fairway at times.
Like all the way out into the
Yep.
clearing? Yeah, for sure.
The one thing that you can't quite tell just because of the wide camera angle, there's a tree just on the early left side that you're really thinking about. Because you kind of want to swing something a little bit more, but that takes that opportunity out. Kat did a great job
Yeah.
of hyzer flipping something
Yeah,
inside.
it forces the hyzer flip for sure. Kat getting all the way out there. She's going to be in circle 2.
This is pretty classic hole 12. This little spot right here. Hailey handles it well.
Oh,
She'll
yeah.
find herself right outside the bullseye. There were only 10-ish birdies today.
This is
10%.
My classic hole 12. This is where I like to go.
Yeah, also classic. Kristin navigates that one guardian tree.
Beautiful. Did you say 10 birdie?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We're going to say 10-ish because the PDGA Live app is a little funny with this many competitors.
Kat leaves that birdie putt a little fluffed there. Henna, about 35 feet for her birdie.
So one thing to note, I know it kind of looks like everyone's a little on the struggle bus on our feature card today. We had a really quick turnaround from Austin Open. And to go straight into a 4-day major, it's like you're half feeling the nerves because it's the first major of the year. And you're half like worried because this is one that anyone could win. This type of a
at
course.
this course. Yeah.
And then on top of that, you're, exhausted.
Just so tired.
From 2 events in a row, a Waco 4-day, an Austin 3-day, and then right back into another 4-day. So, it's just some things to think about before you go judging everyone. Okay?
Okay.
You viewers.
I'm sure they can hear how tired we are in our voices. We're trying, friends.
We're here for you only.
For you.
Wow, Missy, wow.
When you first sign up for a PDGA membership, you're given a PDGA number. Your PDGA number is a stamp for when you got involved in the sport. It's a badge of pride for players and a part of your disc golf identity. Get your number today. Visit pdga.com/join.
Oh.
Hole 13,
Yep.
580 feet, one of the longer par 4s on the course. This is a tee shot, the first tee shot really that you can just kind of open up on. You want to go huge, go finish left is fine. Not too far left though, there's a little OB line over there. There's also another OB line that comes into play on the second shot. You can see it along the right-hand side and wrapping around behind the basket. Some funny little stuff on the green here that you have to avoid coming in, which makes you think on your approach. But this is birdieable with 2 very good shots.
It's funny that you say you can open up because you kind of can, but also if you look at it, like it's still not an easy wide open shot.
No, but
it's
you can
just
kinda-
open for this course.
Yeah, and you can kind of go a little bit more distance if you
For
want.
sure. You definitely can. But it's still like, look at it.
Yeah.
It's still pretty hard.
Yeah. But pull out your drivers.
Yeah, you pull that thing out.
You get the fast disc and you put it in your hand.
You get a nice 12 speed, 13 if you're feeling nuts.
Yes, quit chipping.
A little early and high for Hailey. She's in par land at best.
Ooh.
I liked it. That looked like a nice clean release from Kat. More smooth and confident than we've seen. Just a little high.
Hailey gonna try to wrap the corner here, just beating those few trees.
Her sidearm though.
I know, that's why I'm like, why is she not throwing? Oh, why is she not throwing them all the time? So you can see that OB line coming into play on the second half of the fairway.
Now that we all know it's over there.
Kat pushing a little deeper. That's fine. She'll have a pretty straightforward approach. She is in that little gully that it's going to make it a little funny.
Yeah, it's kind of an interesting little downhill look at it with quite a few trees in the way from there too. Not crazy difficult, but more to think about than you would expect at that distance.
God, Henna's so good at throwing this shot committed.
Miss. Oh, it looked perfect.
Come on.
Great pace on it. Kristin throwing a sidearm on her second. She's positioned really well, but I think, is it good? Mm-hmm. It's good.
That's great.
I think it is fading too
okay.
much.
That got some really wicked ground play.
Wicked.
But look at this giant green flag. The spotters were like flag dancing. It was great.
I think they must have ordered the wrong size, but everyone was into it.
Yeah.
Like NASCAR waving these things.
Yeah, they were like 4x4 feet.
Henna throws a little standstill into the bullseye for par.
Up and over the little funny things. But it slows down. That OB line, what is 28 or 30?
Yeah, it's within a circle. It's little funny things. I hit those little logs there that are just short. And it's surprising. It's kind of not debilitating, but they're there. They're in the way.
I hit the little ones that are buried into the ground.
Fun. Kristin inbounds, just taking her meter. Long look for birdie here. 40-ish, 45 maybe. Yeah, a little low all day. Or should I say the baskets are a little high all day? It is real. It's hard to adjust to these things.
Ooh,
there we go.
Nice par save.
Sweet save. Kat looking more confident on this hole.
That was like a little, if you could do a pat on the back with your face. You know what I mean? Okay.
Yeah.
And Henna with a nice par.
Like I get whiplash from nodding that hard. I don't have a young, springy neck anymore. Round of pars is great here.
Yeah, that is great. There was only 3 birdies on hole 13. We're going to shout out Cadence Burge, Hailey Lane, and Rebecca Cox.
Henna and Kristin tied for 7th at that one down. Missy hanging strong at 7. Valerie Mandujano at 4. Rebecca Cox now with that birdie at 3. Handful of threes coming up. Hole 14 is a par 3, 280 feet. Looks like more of a hyzer, but it's kind of just a straight pushing shot. I feel like you end up turning it too much is the main mistake that you make. Fairly tight, a little uphill, plays a little farther. Should be more birdies than there probably will be. It's like
a quarter of the field got it.
Did it? Okay. But like you see a lot of this, a lot of like not, okay. Kristin very lucky to get through there.
Wow. Lucky multiple times.
Yeah. I don't know. It's harder to get through this clean than you would expect just looking at it.
I feel like it's just like a very specific shot that we haven't had enough practice rounds to figure out yet. If that makes sense.
We're going to get better and better at this one.
Like it might even be, the perfect shot might even be a straight mid, not even an overstable mid, like a straight mid.
Yeah, I actually like that.
Me too.
I just threw dead straight fairway and it turned out pretty good. Nice. Hailey making it through those last couple of trees. She went star J, so slow speed. Actually, all these ladies throwing slower speed discs.
Ooh, Cat, a little late. Doesn't do too bad.
Yeah, just a mid with some height. Straight mid.
Oh.
That's fine.
I forget about her approaches.
It's fun.
Yeah.
Henna inside the circle for her birdie look.
Come on.
Strong looking bid, though.
She has just had putts all day. She's in there.
She is in there. She's still one down, which isn't bad, but it always feels so much worse when you're just not capitalizing.
Kristin capitalizing, though. Finally cleaning up things just a little bit. Still at that 2 down mark with some bogeys early in the round. But yeah, Henna's throwing the disc better than anyone right now.
Hailey.
Just a lot of metal.
Yeah, left side.
These baskets, while having a ton of chains, which is awesome, they are heavy chains. So you got to putt with authority here, or at least right in the middle.
Centered. Yeah, centered. Doesn't like the sides.
I feel like these are kind of like putting on marksman. Like they look wider, but are they? You got to hit dead center.
Like this. Left side. No.
She got a gift there.
Missy looks like she took a bogey, so it's a little bit tighter. Valerie at 5. Rebecca Cox, Evelina Salonen. Some other people, I can't read that quickly, at 4.
Yeah. Hole 15. Drones going the hyzer route. I like the forehand route, though. But either way, you want to land over on this side. Because your second shot, you're not... I don't want to say ever, but you're not going to be able to see the basket, most likely, on your tee shot, even if you throw a genius shot. You're mostly going to land somewhere in here, best case scenario for birdie, but most people throwing their third shot to the green, and all 3 shots are going to be fairly technical.
I like the high amount of qualifiers you just used, just in case someone does something insane.
Yeah, I'm tired of being wrong.
Yeah. Missy going up the gap leaves it a little short. This is another one, so many different routes you could choose.
And I think that if you are going to go huge, the route Missy took is the way to go. But it is risky because it's so narrow and because of all those fairway trees. Missy, you can see her third shot's going to have a hard time even getting up there, but this looks good.
Yeah, definitely, a bit of a risk counting on that ground play. It pays off. She's just outside the circle for a par.
Okay.
Yeah, great scramble.
She's just looking solid in all facets right now.
All facets.
Kristin lining up the sidearm I was talking about.
I was throwing sidearms all day, but for some reason this one intimidates me.
Wonder, how come? Just
I don't
which
know.
one are you scared of?
I think I'm scared of hitting right and kicking left,
Like
which
what
is
just happened.
yeah, because it's really hard to scramble from over there. I'm taking like the hyzer playing for par.
Yep.
Like you almost never land in a really good spot to attack for birdie over here, but it's an easier gap to hit. This is almost always where you land up. Land where we saw Missy, but like it should be an easy par from there. I didn't do that today, but my drive was great.
Hailey gonna do the opposite of everyone and go up the left side with a backhand.
I think that's also like a legitimate play though. Scary.
Yeah, but I want a caddy for Hailey right now and be like, throw your sidearm.
Just do the sidearm. Ooh, that's a nice smooth cat Mertsch shot.
Beautiful.
Classic. Flesh-colored Thunderbird.
God, dream of a shot. She might be able to get to the green.
Yeah, to me, so I like that line for the birdie play a little bit more than the center line that Missy was going for. Just like a nice aired out
Kristin
shot.
Yeah, Kristin just trying to get to the corner. She doesn't quite make it there.
Hailey now bringing out the sidearm.
Obviously.
Trying to curve around the corner, gets caught up pretty early. She'll have a chance to save par from there, but it'll kind of need to be one of those skipping shots we just saw Missy throw.
Okay, Kristin not even close to the corner. I didn't realize this is going to be bogey at best.
Looks like a bogey.
This might be...
No, she's fine. She's fine. She's not that far. With a pretty straight look at it. Henna's second.
What a great drive.
Yeah, a little, too much churn on that forehand, but she's set up for hopefully an easy par.
Mm-hmm.
Hailey trying to save par here. Really tight hyzer, or she might throw it really high. Really, really, really high. It's just out of frame in the sky somewhere. Didn't quite pay off.
Kat looking at it.
You don't really see a lot of ladies lined up for that right side gap, and that looked pretty dang good.
Mm-hmm.
Hole 15 showing its teeth here.
Kristin, a little inside. Getting the ground play. Nice bogey save.
Yeah, from where she was off the tee, bogey's great from there. Or at least tolerable, we'll call it.
Nice upshot from Henna to guarantee her par.
Kat, what, 15?
Yeah.
Feet? She's fine. Oh, Hailey. Dealing with some weird branches. Really crunched.
See where Hailey is? I lived there today.
Built a little home.
Yeah.
Constructed a shelter. Hailey for a long bogey save.
Oh, my goodness.
This is a tough one, and one that I don't know that we're going to see people clean up too much over the weekend. I think it'll continue to be tough.
There were only 4 birdies on hole 15. And that's, I think, not super surprising. This is a tough one.
I don't think we're going to see too many more per day. Maybe a few. I feel like these days we never really get 4 chances at the same course anymore. We always do alternate courses, so it's kind of fun. It'll be interesting to see how the stats change. Whoa.
Yeah.
That
Some
looked
action.
wild.
Some action. Missy holding on through the back 9. Valerie as well. Rebecca Cox kind of storming up the leaderboard a little.
Yeah, she played ahead of me today and was having a fiery back 9. Hole 16 is a par 4. You're shooting out of a gap. Backhand turnover works. Forehand also works. You want to kind of push that right side OB that we passed to open up this next shot. Hyzer around this tree through the blue bonnet field here. Got to control your speed on the way in. You can see this downhill right to left sloping green with an elevated pin, so you want to leave yourself a short putt. Luckily, the railroad ties kind of keep some of the skip shots in bounds. Not all of them, but you do see a lot of rollaways from the screen if you're not careful.
Look at Silva running this putt.
Wow, you mad woman.
That is an insane putt to run. Circle 2, downhill, elevated basket.
I love it.
Looks like her new MVP putters are treating her well.
Henna going big backhand here. I can't tell if that's fading too much, maybe. The spotter unable to even wave that giant flag. She just kind of waggles it around a little bit.
Couldn't even lift it up.
Kat, I like this line. It feels scary, but that's going to line up the next shot really well. Forehand's my preferred play. Hailey better do it.
Yeah, I like the forehand as well. I think the angle's great, but man, if you can get a huge backhand off the tee here, it makes the hole so much easier because your angle just is better. That's
so many of these holes out here though. Like forehand, safe, can get you a birdie. Aggressive backhand, easier birdie.
That's true.
Which is why I think we're seeing Hailey do it.
Yeah, she's coming out here on day 1 and just trying to go huge.
And she did. Oh, there we go. Flags up.
She's warmed up.
Thank you to the spotters, for real. A lot of great volunteers out on a Thursday.
And for holding up a big wet piece of material.
Yeah, soaked. Kristin up first. Pretty good line at it. Everyone able to get out of the gap and into a pretty good landing zone.
Over the blue bonnet field, into the green, checking up nicely.
Yeah, great shot. Is it great? How great is it?
Mm-hmm.
We don't know.
Kat so far that she doesn't have to throw towards out of bounds and let it hyzer. She just gets to throw a nice little air shot to the green.
Little.
Yeah, she does immediately go huge, right?
Huge.
That's great.
Yeah. Feel like Kat able to shake off kind of whatever that was in the woods where she wasn't looking very confident, looking like her normal game now. What a strange angle from Henna. This looks really good for what she had.
Okay.
Whew.
Kat also, it's funny to commentate on disc golfers that have come up as we started playing these newer big wide open course, and that's what Kat's like kind of trained to do now.
Whoa.
You know, like
I never even thought about that.
Yeah, tour used to be like so many wooded courses. Now
Like
it's,
this.
Yeah,
Like short technical wooded courses.
Yes, now it's like you got to have the big stuff.
The big guns.
Yeah,
There we go. Getting some green. She is stoked. Hailey for a birdie.
Man, she is all over the basket.
Kristin for birdie as well.
Nice.
Count it. Moves to 2 down.
About 15% of the field birdieing this one. This is a nice little change of pace, hole 16.
Yeah.
I almost wish there was like a couple more like this, you know?
It's not till this one and 18 are kind of the only wide open shots. And even on the drive though, like you can't, it's a specific shot.
Yep.
It's not like just rip it.
Mm-hmm. And I don't normally love OB lined fairways, but I think hole 16 is a cool hole.
Yeah, I like it too. Honestly, I don't think complaints really about any of the holes.
Nope.
No big ones.
Nope. Hole 17, an island hole, 280. Plays a little longer than that, probably just because of the perfectly placed guardian tree. You can go hyzer the way the drone is and let it swing in over that wall, or you can go forehand a little bit more direct. You can also go backhand up that left side as well with a mid. I kind of like that play if the wind is down, and it was today.
Or fairway if you're not like super strong. Missy going hyzer here. That looks great. The hyzer, I think, is tempting, but the branches are lower on that side, so it makes it a little tight.
I feel like more people are going hyzer than I would have expected. But maybe because it has this nice backboard that you can just jam a quick circle's edge putt.
Right. Like Missy moving back to 7 down.
Yeah, like in my practice round, I was like, nope, that's not the play. And then I watched everyone do it.
Yeah, it was kind of, it was windier. It was a headwind in practice, and it kind of, I feel like headwind or left to right that was helpful for the sidearm or the backhand anhyzer. But yeah, I mostly saw the backhand hyzer as well. That looked great from Kristin. And you're right, that backboard is perfectly placed for the hyzer. Henna, that looks like a slower speed disc, but going hyzer still.
Just right under that branch. Ooh.
Wow. That was a Rock X3.
Hailey slower speed disc as well.
Yeah, it looks too wide. I don't know if it's going to... gets caught up on that outer wall. We're going to see Hailey progress to the drop zone, which is probably about 60 feet, maybe 55.
Hailey throw a sidearm.
And I don't think too many people are going to make that putt.
No, it's a tough one. 54% of the field birdied it, though. That's more. I thought people were going to get wrecked by this hole.
Oh, really?
But
I figured it's a 2 or a 4 kind of a hole.
I think, though, it was a lot windier during the practice rounds.
Much. Yeah, these flags aren't even moving pretty much at all. It was pretty calm today. Yes, Henna. She breaks the string of gray. Moves to 2 down. Kristin moving to 3.
With a smile, too. Yeah.
Cat back-to-back birdies. There we go.
Mm-hmm. They're both like, this is what we are used to.
Yeah, I know. We can do this.
It's wide open. OB everywhere. We love it.
Ideal.
I feel comfortable.
Meanwhile, I'm like thriving in the woods, throwing chip shots. And getting some green on the back. Hailey still struggling. Valerie Manduhano 7 down, tied with Missy Gann and Rebecca Cox popping off in the back to be in 3rd place there. Hole 18, our only par 5 at 780 feet. You throw into this first kind of, I don't know what shape it is. Whatever. You throw there, then you throw here.
Chunky C.
Chunky C. And then you, on your second shot, you want to get into this clearing before the staircase if possible. Then you're throwing up and over the staircase along this narrow pathway onto this box, I guess. I'm really struggling with words. It's getting late. It's getting late, people. It's a lot of OB. It's very tight. We're going to catch up with Rebecca Cox here, who is 6 down through the back 9 and 6 down total. She had a great drive, but pulled this one. I don't know if that railroad tie kept her safe. It did.
Yeah, even though it would be ideal to land in this spot, I think Rebecca's doing the more classic play, which is kind of not spiking one into the side of the hill, but trying to land a little over the top. Because from right here, it's super easy to get up and down.
It is, but from the bottom of the staircase,
very hard.
So hard.
Yeah. But you don't have to get super aggressive though. And
you don't.
The thing is, this is a par 5, but it is an absolutely insane, brutal par 5. So getting a par is great.
We love par. Rebecca Cox going to finish with a 6 down in 3rd place for now.
75% of the field bogey or worse.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Only a quarter parred.
What's crazy is if you look at the T sign, originally it was going to be another island green, it looks like. Like that last stretch of just, like that tunnel was all out of bounds. And it was only the rectangle that was in bounds, which is wild.
It seems like a different person designed hole 18 than did the rest of the course.
They were like, I'm going to throw these ladies for one heck of a ride.
Yeah. What you guys been doing out here? It's easy. Let's make it real here.
Cat up there really far. Kristin, nice powerful shot as well. Yeah, it would take something just nuts to get a birdie look on this hole. It's only 780, but the uphill and the technicality makes it so tough.
Yeah, only... I'm not going to give a spoiler.
Nice.
Look at me. All those spoiler shields worked.
I don't think you know how those work.
Oh, do I not?
I guess I don't think so.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not like a
internet
computer guy. I like books.
Oh my God. All right. We're almost through, people. Stay with us. This is hole 18. I think you'd have to have just the most monstrous shot possible, like close to that first, what are those? Paintball barriers?
I don't know.
You have to be like really close to these things to go for the birdie.
Oh, Henna's so close to getting up to the base of the staircase.
She knows it.
Yeah,
pretty good.
Yeah, that's a pretty kind of the classic mistake, but it works out.
About 20 more feet, and
good.
she could think about the birdie.
Yeah, the second shot, you see a lot of players accidentally hyzering out and really pushing that OB line left. Hailey.
But that left side's way more open than the right, so it makes sense.
But if you land in the middle right there, it's good.
It is good. These ladies definitely getting aggressive trying to get to that secondary clearing. So if you land a little shorter than our feature card here, most ladies just trying to get out into this patch right here. I kind of like that Cat kind of smoothed that one out and didn't try to go huge. And the choice. If you go up and over the staircase, you need something that pushes straight, doesn't fade too much to either side. There's OB everywhere. That was a good tree hit.
I think it was too. I like the backhand play here.
How far do you think we are? Like 200 maybe?
Maybe a little more.
Yeah, 220.
Yeah.
I like this. I saw Holly Finley do this where you lay up a little before the staircase. I decided to hit the staircase and then it's really hard from there.
I feel like I like trying to land at right at the top of it.
Well, me too. I mean, that's what I was trying to do.
Yeah.
Like this, just barely get over.
Yeah.
And then it's so easy.
So easy.
But if you're not lined up well, I kind of like this stopping short of the staircase to make it an easier approach.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Hailey's fourth. Like that's so much easier than right on the stairs.
Yeah, that's very true. And that's
Great shot.
Yeah, really nice approach.
Hailey not able to find those birdies on the back. We'll tell her to throw some sidearms.
Yeah. Henna pulled off perfectly and just throwing the disc. Perfect.
Beautiful. Big old green flag for you, ma'am. Cat with a little bit of an overturned sidearm.
And that corner catches
so
many people.
Dang. Kristin with kind of a jump putt approach here.
Ooh, little soft bid.
Yeah. Probably one of the few looks for birdie.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. There was only one person that got to circle 2 in regulation. No one in circle 1. No one parked.
Was Kristin in circle 2 just now?
I don't think so.
Okay. Cat trying to save par.
Oh, so close. Only 2 birdies. Lauren Butler and Natalie Ryan got it. Henna so close to getting the par.
Henna's still going to end the round under par, but I mean, she knows. We all know. She's so close to so much more. We are looking forward to when she puts that together. Hopefully it's this weekend. Hailey, rough back 9.
Yeah. But again, like I said, maybe I said it in the front 9, but this is one of those courses where you could shoot, 6 up one day and 6 down the next.
Totally.
And not be playing that much different of golf.
Exactly. It's a marathon, not a sprint here.
Mm-hmm.
Kristin going to end with a par and a 3 down. Best on our feature card. Henna under par. Hailey and Kat both 5 over, tied for 38th. It's really tight. We'll take a look at the leaderboard. I think there was only about 15, not even 15 women under par.
Feature card did do generally a great job, though, of keeping it pretty double bogey free, and that's a lot to be said at this course. Looks like we're going to watch Missy Gann, Rebecca Cox, Valerie Mandujano, and Sai Ananda, who won last year in Texas as well. Going to be our lead card tomorrow at Sprinkle Valley. Top 8 were the only, or tie for 8th. So, 12 people under par. Mm-hmm. That's it.
I know. I was thinking 15 to 20. So, I think we'll see more as we go.
Goose in the 16th position.
Yeah, big old tie for 16th. And there's going to be...
honk, yeah.
Honk, yeah. And scores are going to be pretty tight all the way down to about, 50th place. It should be an interesting watch. Come back and hang with us tomorrow and the day after and the day after.
And the day after.
And the week after. All year.
Hope you don't get tired of us. Just kidding. We know you don't. My name's Madison Walker.
I'm Erika Stinchcomb. We're the 2 hotkeys.
Honk.